doubles, roti, and of course soca. But like many other islands in the Caribbean, HIV and AIDS is a worrying issue. Almost 23,000 persons of a population of 1.3 million are presently living with HIV and AIDS. I speak with 3 young persons from the Twin Island Republic who talk about local attitudes to HIV and AIDS, the levels of awareness, and what local authorities are doing to curb the spread of the virus.
My name is Terry. I'm dancing from Trinidad and Tobago, and the attitude that I see of persons, young persons, to HIV in Trinidad is basically they know the concept that persons have HIV, persons get AIDS, but it is not taken very seriously. Because you would speak to, because where I work at the Faculty of Medical Sciences, and I meet a lot of people. Also, I work at the hospital, at the clinics to research diabetes research, but I also meet patients and also other young persons. And you realize that they know that that this virus is going around, but still, if you ask them about like the protection that they use, especially the females, if you ask them, are they comfortable using condoms? They would say no. Most of them say like, I don't like using a condom. So I asked them, do they trust their partners, etc. I mean, if you met this individual, I mean, you're not married, and I mean, you could be married with somebody and still contract the virus, but I mean, if you also have like a boyfriend you just met, what protection measures that you use? They say that they prefer not to use it. They say that sometimes the males, they more insist on using a condom, but apparently the females is like a trend in Trinidad, and I thought that was just like a one-off situation, but most of the young persons I've spoken with, a lot of the girls, they don't like using a condom. So strange but true.
Even though condoms are a way of prevention, women, we actually want penetration, because there's a big difference with feeling something that's not real and feeling something that's real. Now women, since men are not very all that affectionate, you actually want to feel something more real, and women, they don't think sometimes, they just go straight into something, whether you're in a committed relationship or not, and yes, it is putting you at a higher risk of contracting the HIV virus. But at the same time too, most women believe that, okay, hey, the guy that I'm hooking up with, he's pure, he's clean, he's actually being honest with me. That's how women's mentality is. They just believe that every single thing this guy is saying is true, because he's actually, most of the guys are providing for the women. They are either providing, whether it's money or it's clothing or it's food, they are actually supporting them. So these women, they're going to fall for it.
Carnival time, people tend to have that spirit of freedom and wildness, and you tend to see people, you know, jumping up to the surf, as they would say, you know, where they're hooking up with anybody as soon as you meet them. You know, it's the whole spirit of carnival, you know, it's looseness, as they would say. So, I mean, there's only, you know, that could only escalate to sexual activity, recklessness, and these kind of things. So, I would believe that I would have a higher people who have a higher risk of contracting the disease around that time than other times of the year.
Yeah, definitely carnival, because people would be a little more promiscuous. It's a much freer time, so people, and there's much more alcohol consumption during that time, and there are different parties, different fetes, and when they, a lot of ads they use is basically very sensuous ads. So they're just selling sexual images. So for young persons and adolescents, young adults, etc., they would actually engage in more sexual practices during that time, because during carnival time is that time, you know, to be free, and it's not, I mean, it's not like you're gonna have carnival every 2-3 months in Trinidad. It's that one time, so they want to just be free for that one time and get it out of the way.
When we speak about carnival, and overall, let's not just say carnival, but any sort of party or fets, people, the first thing that comes to your mind is alcohol. Now when people are indulged in alcohol or drugs, and to you, you would not be abusing it, but you're just using it, and we don't know how much our mentality can take from it. It changes an individual, completely different. An individual changes differently. It behaves, reacts, responds, every single thing is different. And what happens is that we won't think, so now alcohol stimulates certain things in the body, so now you're gonna want to do this. You're taking a wine for carnival, yeah, you're dancing, you're getting turned on, and wow, oh my gosh, I just want to go and do it right now, instantly, at this moment. I don't want to waste time. So you know, we're not thinking. So actually, people are at a by far much more higher risk at carnival time. And not only carnival, as I said, overall, any party, any fets, because we are not thinking. I mean, I'm not saying that that everyone does that. There are the exceptions in the cruise that you know, they have their head on, because you know, we have to think about driving, or we have to think about other sorts of things. We have families and all these kind of things. But I'm saying that young people overall, we don't really have anything to focus on. We don't have to study or anything. We just free and wild and getting on crazy, and we just want it one time.